Welcome to the year 2021. FBOC Live. First review of the year is going to be on the movie Mother. Not the Jennifer Lawrence Mother, the one from South Korea that came out in 2009. Much older than the Darren Aronofsky one. It's a 2009 South Korean thriller starring Kim Hee-ja and Won Bin. I'm just going to call Mother Kim, and I'm going to call son Won Bin. Hell's his name? Do Jun. The movie's about a determined mother trying to find a killer so she can prove her son's innocence. Mother is directed by Bong Joon-ho, and he is the guy that did The Host and Parasite. So we're shooting this in 2021. Mother is a 2009 movie. The Host, I believe, is 2006. And then Parasite is actually 2019. Yeah, 2019. Again, they have the same director as well as the same cinematographer. And so if you saw Parasite and then Mother like I did, you notice similarities between the two movies. As for the trailer making the movie look interesting, it does and it doesn't. The trailer does a good job at telling the viewer that it's a murder mystery whodunit film. It didn't give anything away, per se. It shows that everyone is guilty of something in one way or another. I don't know if you remember those Miramax trailers that used to come out in like the late 90s, and they're just super crappy. That's kind of what this trailer reminded me of, even though this movie came out way later than that. Alright, so the movie is about a guy. His name is Do Jun. He's got some kind of a disability. You don't know what it is, but it prevents him from remembering things. Like, he can remember, but he's got to think really hard about it. One day, a girl winds up murdered, and the last person they all think was with her was this Do Jun guy. And so he takes the fall for it. And since he's not mentally all there, he ends up signing a confession for the police. And so they're like, wham, bam, done, closed case. But Mom doesn't think so, and the son's like, I didn't fucking do that. But I guess he remembers that he didn't do it. And so now, Mother is conducting her own investigation to find the actual killer and to prove her son's innocence. One of the things about the Do Jun character is that you feel for the guy. You don't want him to be just another innocent guy thrown into jail for a crime that he didn't commit. And because of his memory problems, you're just hoping throughout the movie that he's going to remember something that is going to help get him out of jail. As for Mother, she's a little overbearing, but she's extremely doting on her son. She makes sure that her son gets his medication, gets his 3 meals a day. She takes pretty good care of her son, a little too much sometimes, kind of treats him like a toddler, but it's because he kind of has the mental capacity of a toddler. The movie's not slow whatsoever. There's a good amount of dialogue, but every bit of dialogue gives purpose to the film. There's no wasted time with extra scenes, extra dialogue for no reason. Everything has a point. The build-up to the truth is a nice, simple, and steady and pleasing pace. Once you find out who the killer is, you don't feel cheated. It's not mind-blowing or mind-boggling. It makes you content in the ending. As for plot holes, I thought there might have been one, because throughout the movie you'll see that the mother, she carries something with her. And it comes up every now and then. Towards the end, this item disappears and you're left to wonder, oh, did they make a mistake? Was it written like that, or did they just not pay close enough attention? But then at the very end, you figure out that it was planned all along. So no worries there. Cinematography. Amazing. So many cool shots. They have a lot of still shots of just like the Korean countryside, and it's gorgeous. Some of the other still shots, they add a really good amount of tension to this film. If anybody has seen Parasite, same cinematographer, His name is Hong Kyung-pyo. I don't know, some of the shots make parts of the film almost haunting. Like, I knew that the movie started off as a drama and it was a thriller, but for a second I was beginning to think like, oh, holy crap, this is about to turn into a horror movie. And I was getting a little uneasy in my chair, but that didn't happen, so you're okay there, or I'm okay there. The actors' chemistry. I thought of this analogy, the best way that I can explain. You've got scrambled eggs and you have pancake syrup. Two of them separately are tasty, they're good. But then as your syrup slowly starts to seep over to the eggs, you're actually really hoping, oh, holy shit, I hope it doesn't touch because it's gonna be weird. I don't know, it's just like, the two of them together are kind of cringy, but tolerable. It's the same thing with the characters in the movie, Mother and Do-jun. So Mother treating this grown man like a child is very bizarre. But that's how the characters are supposed to be. And so, good job to the two actors who played Mother and Do-jun. So they did this really cool thing with the soundtrack of this movie. Mother's different moods that she's in is what you hear in the background. So for instance, I know that was a terrible way of explaining that, but for instance, whenever she's on a mission, you'll hear little like burp, 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 like trumpets or horns in the background showing like she means fucking business. Or whenever she's sad, she'll be walking in the rain and they'll have some like slow violins playing. I thought that was a really cool way that they used the score in the movie. Another thing that I really liked about the movie Mother was that overall it's a thriller, but they have little bits of comedy, kind of like dark comedy, where it's not like slapstick or, outright funny, but it makes you chuckle a little bit. It's like mostly within the dialogue and the moods and the music that definitely plays into the comedy. And some of the scenes that you watch, they kind of leave you in disbelief and you're kind of sitting there like, oh my god, just like you're shaking your head at what's transpiring in the scene, but you can't help but laugh to yourself. On an IMDb star scale, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 because, again, I thought it was such a really well-made movie. It was simple, not too complicated of a thriller. You do really just end up loving the characters, even though they're both really weird. I probably wouldn't watch it again by myself, but I would definitely recommend it. I would watch it again with people watching it for the first time just so I can see their reactions. So that was the first movie review for 2021. I hope to do a whole lot more. If there's anything that you want to talk about or any kind of movie that you'd like me to review or watch, let me know in the comments below. Or you can go to the Instagram or the Facebook page and just, type to me and be like, hey, do this movie, do that movie. And I'll look into it, Should be fun. Again, welcome to 2021. This is FBach Live. Thank you for watching.